Hi, I'm Rebecca. Let me show you how to make a narrow hem today. It's a useful thing to know how to do. It's very simple to read about, but it's helpful to see it. It's very common, and I've used it in my two skirt patterns. This is the babette, where you get in through the pockets, and it finishes with a very simple narrow hem. It's just a circle skirt, so it flares from the waist. My Emily pattern, which is a very simple skirt with wonderful big pockets, it has the option of a band at the hem, or you can finish it with rickrack, or just the most simple one is a narrow hem. You begin by putting a row of basting stitches along the cut edge of your garment. I'm working on a babette skirt in batiks, so I'm going to set it up in my sewing machine. So I've got a 5/8 inch seam allowance from my cut edge. I'm working with contrast fabric so you can see it. So I'm working with yellow. Normally you would work with thread that matches perfectly, as close as you can get to your skirt. Just keep stitching slowly and carefully around the entire hem with your row of basting stitches. Step 2 is to take your skirt to the ironing board. I'm using a steam iron, and I'm going to fold the raw edge to my basting line, to my line of stitching. The geometry of this is that the outer cut edge is a larger circle than the inner stitched circle. So as you bring the outer edge in, there are times when it'll make little tucks and overlaps because it is larger. So just try and ease it in with your fingers. Give it a good pressing. When you've done an entire section, then you're going to take it and fold it so your stitching line is just showing. You're going to press it a second time, and it's going to break there because that's where your row of stitching is, your basting row. So it'll naturally break. Just slowly and gently press it in, fold it to that line, and press it. And then we just have to top stitch and we're done. Step number 3 is that we come back to our sewing machine and we're going to stitch right along that folded edge. Do a nice top stitch along that edge. I'm dialing my stitch down to the regular length, and you're just going to start. I generally start at a seam and just gently, slowly stitch along that fold. And that's it. That finishes up your narrow hem. If you like, you could take out the running stitch, the basting stitch, or you can leave it in if you like. It's just fine either way. And there you go. It's just that easy. That's how you make a narrow hem. Thanks for joining me. I'm Rebecca Anderson.